Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pop the Balloon or Find Love UK, produced by BM. I'm your host, Dymund. Today we are joined with Kat, Andre, and we also have BM. How is everyone doing?
Yeah, good, thank
All
you.
good.
Fab. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. So we seen you guys on our show where you did end up matching. Is it a yes for you?
Yes, it is.
And is it a yes for you?
Yes.
We've got a match! Get rid of that balloon. If I can take your mic. Go ahead and grab your girl. Go ahead and take your man. Yes! How has it been going? And firstly, I want to know, how did you find your experience on the show? We can start with you, Kat.
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you so much for having me on the show. I think for me, going on the show was a big step out of my comfort zone. I really went on the show to try and find a connection. And, personally, it was a really big experience for me. I was so nervous on the day. I was really scared. I had to retake my intro like 3 times. But as the day went on, I really settled in within myself and I was so proud of myself. And, given my job, there is a personal boundary that I have to maintain. So I know going on the show was a big thing for me. But I thought, given that there's been some success from previous episodes, it was something I wanted to do. And yeah, it was an experience for real. It really was.
Oh, amazing. I'm so happy you had a great time on the shoot. And how about yourself, Andre? How did you find the whole experience for you?
First of all, I just want to say thank you, BM. Thank you, Diamond. You guys have been brilliant. Thank you for the opportunity, for inviting me onto the show. I'm a fan of the show, so, I watch every episode. So, yeah, being part of it was definitely a good experience for me. I also wanted to find a connection with someone as well. And I do want to big up Kat. She came across lovely on the show. Very respectful. She was sweet, intentional. So, which was really good. But yeah, it was a good experience. So thank you for that.
That's amazing. I'm really happy actually you both had a fantastic time, because sometimes people do kind of get stuck in their heads like, shall I do it? Shall I do it? But it's a fantastic experience. And listen, you come on, you meet somebody, you make a connection, and that's what it's all about. So again, thank you guys so much for coming on as well. So like I said, you both did end up matching on the show. Since then, have you gone on any dates? Have you continued speaking, meeting up? How has it been going for the both of you?
Shall I go?
Andre, would
Shall I
you
go?
like to answer? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, sure, sure. So after the show, we went out for a drink at a bar, and it was going well. We was communicating, establishing things that we have in common. Got deep at points. We was talking about each other's family. I know she's got a close relationship with her brother. And yeah, it was a good end to the day, end to the evening. The day after that, communication did drop. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's because we was both quite busy. I know I was busy with work, and yeah, so we weren't really talking as much. I did text her and said, let's have a conversation, a phone call the next day. So we had a phone call the second day. So this is probably about 48 hours after the show. We had a phone call, and again, we were just talking about general stuff, like trying to communicate, trying to see if there was anything we had in common, to see if there was a connection there. I noticed that she did get a bit tense at times with the conversation. And I do believe it was probably because of when I asked her the question of, if you had the opportunity, would you go back on the show again? And she got a bit quiet at one point, and I was asking like, what's wrong? What's happening? And she did address it. fair play to her. And she was just like, why would you be negative already? Why would you say something like that? But it was just a general question. It wasn't anything, to be like, hey, I don't like you, I'm not interested. And I do feel like she felt like I wasn't interested as well, like the overall feeling. But yeah, so after that, the day after that, I text her good morning, and there was one tick. So I was like, at first I was like, okay, cool, maybe her phone's still on do not disturb mode or something. So I let it slide. And then as the day went on, still no reply back. So then I started checking socials. I checked Insta, I checked TikTok, because I had an Insta, I had a TikTok, and I saw I was blocked on those. So I was like,
You were
whoa.
blocked?
Yeah, I was blocked. She blocked me.
Okay.
So I was like, whoa, okay. I was a bit confused more than anything. So I was like, why would I be blocked? Because usually you associate people that get blocked, if they're getting harassed, or if it's like a toxic ex that you just broke up with, or like a scammer or something like that. You block people like that, but not someone after 48 hours, like just after a phone call. So I was a bit confused by that. And I feel like she could have communicated, instead of blocking me, you could have just communicated and said, hey, blah, 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 Andre, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, whatever you said, instead of just avoiding the whole thing. So yeah, and what was funny, what was really more disappointing, because I was kind of disappointed at the fact that obviously on the show she mentioned about having good communication and handling conflict, and I don't feel like she handled it the right way, to be honest. But yeah, that was it. That was completely it. I was just blocked and ghosted. That was it.
Okay, well, let's give Kat an opportunity as well to say her side of the story and how she's seen it all unfold. So yeah, Kat, if you just want to take it away, just let us know, you went on a date, what vibe did you pick up, and take us up until the point where you blocked him.
Yeah, so you appear to have some insight as to why you were blocked. So we did go out for a drink after the show, and actually he did ask me immediately after the show whether I would go back on. So he asked me that one time, and I quickly brushed it off because I just wanted to enjoy the evening. Then on the Sunday, the second day, you were at a Christmas market with your brother, you said, so there wasn't much communication. Then on the Monday, we had the phone conversation after work, and he asked for the second time if I would go back onto the show. And as you said, Andre, there was a silence. I was really taken back by you saying that. And I asked if you would go on it, and you said, yeah, now that I've got the confidence, I would go back on it. And I asked, why would you say such a thing? And you said, well, if things didn't work out between us both, that's what I would do. And to me, it just gave a really bad feeling, and it's not how I want to start something new and fresh. And, I really meant what I said on the show about protecting my peace. And if anything doesn't align with me, I am gone. And I don't owe an explanation to anyone, especially if I've just met you 48 hours prior. And that wasn't the only thing you said. So there was a bit of a pause in the phone conversation, and I noticed a change of energy, because on the show he was given high energy, we aligned on some things, I liked what you said about, your hobbies and your interests, but on the phone it was a different kind of energy. So I asked, what caused the shift? And he said, I'm nonchalant until I like someone. So to me, that tells me that you don't like me. And I don't know what you were expecting. Were you expecting for me to sit and stand, sit around and wait for you to become chalant? I'm someone that has worked very, very hard on my peace. And, I love my life. I've got good people in my life. I've got hobbies. I've got a stable job. I drive a car. I've built up such a good life for myself. I don't see why I should make space for someone who's nonchalant. So for me, to protect my peace, I just had to remove myself and block him. And to you, that may come across as someone who can't communicate, but you should be fully aware of what you said, and should know the impact that would have on me, because it didn't make me feel good. It really didn't. So, yeah, and I'm someone who values intentional behaviour, and by you saying that, it's not given intentional at all. There's only space for intentional people in my life, and I just felt like we weren't aligned.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying.
Andre,
I'm sorry.
Andre. So you didn't ask that question once, but you asked it twice. You asked it twice, right?
Um,
I
yeah.
want to
So
know, Andre. Right? I want to know when you're coming on the show. Did you think that you're coming on to appear on a YouTube show, or you're coming to find love?
coming to find out.
So when you asked her that question, what was your intentions for asking that question at that time? What was you trying to get? What did you want her? What were you trying to find out?
Because I feel like we just literally our emotions just straight after the show was all over the place. Like we just been on the, on Pop the Balloon, one of the biggest, dating shows on YouTube. So the emotions, loads of things were going through our head at the time, and that was mainly the most like the thing that we was talking about was the show, that we was just part of. So yeah, might have just answered that question like, hey, like after you've just experienced this, would you do it again? Just as a general question. I didn't mean it in any way to make it seem like I wasn't being serious about her or anything. You have to remember that it's only 48 hours after the show as well when I asked her again. Like, it's still literally just going through the emotions already from the show. So I understand that she's intentional. I am very intentional as well. I'm looking for a partner. I'm serious about that. So for her to say that I'm not intentional or anything like that is completely wrong. But yeah, like I just
So
said, in general, just
so what I'm guessing is like Andre meant it in a way like, would you ever do this whole experience ever again? You know, the fact that we all came on brave enough to actually come on a show like this. Like, would you be willing to come on again after experiencing what you experienced? I don't think he meant it in a way to say that he's not interested in you, but I still see how that also sounds like, do you even care about the person that you match with for you to say, would you do this again? Like it's just a game, like you can come on again, like but Kat, do you feel like you was patient enough? Do you feel like you gave
It was
him
him.
some time?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was him saying he would go on it again if we didn't work out. And it's just bringing bad vibes to something that's meant to be new and fresh, because I was so excited having matched him, so excited that I couldn't even eat when we went out. You know, I was just on like some sort of adrenaline, and it just brought the mood back down. And I really pay attention to how words make me feel. And I just didn't like it. I didn't.
Did you communicate this with him?
I didn't need to. I just felt like it was so early on, and especially with what he said about, I'm nonchalant until I like someone. I just thought, why do I owe him anything if this is who he is? You know, a nonchalant person. I really don't want to have to explain myself to a nonchalant person, if that's how you describe yourself, because I'm very chalant, you know, but I won't
I actually
be.
don't remember saying I'm nonchalant, to be honest. Yeah, I don't remember saying that. But if I did say that, I apologize. But what you do have to remember is that like it's so new, like just literally days after the show. It's not that deep yet. Do you know what I mean? Like give it time to let it grow. I feel like you didn't give it a chance. You just blocked and you just completely avoided it. I feel like what you should have done, okay, cool, he said that. Okay, let me step back. Let me have time to think about it. If he carries on, if he's saying these things again, like continuing to say, oh, would you go on the show again, not showing any interest, then cool. I understand that. But you didn't give it a chance. So I feel like, yeah. But I'm definitely not
Can I also ask?
100%.
Can I also ask as well, Kat? Did he show interest in you when you went out on your date?
So I quickly received some information actually about Andre, which told me that he wasn't fully available at the time of filming the show. And I also received information by Instagram DM. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard from 2 people now that Dre is in a romantic relationship or he's seeing someone, and that this happened whilst the show was ongoing. So I guess things are adding up to me, and it reaffirms my decision of just blocking him, because I don't know why someone would DM me just last week stating that, Dre was seeing someone at the time of filming and he's now taking them seriously. So
Okay.
I think my
Can I
instinct
respond to
tells me
that?
that I did the right thing. Yeah.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, go ahead, Andre.
So, yeah, that is completely false. What people need to realize is that from the time I made the application for the show, which was in October, and we filmed in December, yeah, so it was about a month and a half. I'm a single man. I'm dating, yeah. So between that time, from before I even knew I was accepted on the show, yes, I started dating someone. It was very fresh. It was new. We only went on about maybe 2 dates before the filming started. Okay. So there's nothing in the contract. There's nothing said, that we're not allowed to be dating anyone before the show or even after the show. There's nothing like that. So we're allowed to do what we want. So yeah, I was dating someone. It wasn't serious yet. It wasn't serious. I even told the girl I'm going on this Pop the Balloon show. And she was like, yeah, cool. So it wasn't anything serious at all. So I wasn't in a relationship before, during, or even after the show. I'm still single now. So that
when you
whole
came
thing
on the
is,
show, you was dating this woman.
we went on like 2 dates. It was nothing serious.
But
It
you
was
was
nothing
dating
serious
her,
yet.
right? Okay, but you was dating her.
Yeah, we only went on 2 dates.
When
Okay.
you guys went out on that night after the show, is this one of the topics that you guys covered in terms of, if you were both actively dating? Because I want to know where, someone would randomly contact Kat through DMs. And then obviously it's now allegedly, and there's all these moving parts in it now. But is this something that you guys discussed on the date or like through phone calls that you were dating
Yeah.
actively,
No.
Andre? Okay, go on, Kat.
Sorry to cut you off, Diamond. Dre actually did mention that he had a Hinge date a couple of weeks before the show, and he said that, he wasn't taking it further and that he weren't interested in the girl. So that's the first that I'm hearing that they've had a couple of dates and they were dating whilst the show was on. So it kind of contradicts what he said at the date. For me, Dre knows that I've been single for a very long time. So there's no, history with me that he needs to be worried about.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's sad because a lot of people they liked you guys. They thought, great match. We was excited to
I
hear
thought,
some good news.
yeah, I thought Kat came
Definitely.
across really well. Like the reason why I picked her, I'll be honest, like the reason why I picked her was I did feel the energy coming from her, because from the show you can even see that I said, like she was giving me the eye contact. She was giving me the energy. I resonated with her answers and her questions. She seemed serious, because that's what I was going for. I want, someone that's intentional like me and serious. So that's why I picked her. But I just feel like, yeah, she just didn't give it a chance.
I want to know though, do you guys think that there's space at all to revisit the both of you again at all?
Well, Andre sounds like he's very much out there with all these different people he's dating, whereas me, I'm not available in the way that
I
he
just said I
is,
was still single. I just said I was still
So
single.
I don't believe it. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
That's fine. You
I
don't
just
have
feel
to.
like I
You don't
saw the
have to.
intentions right away. And, if you're trying to get to know someone, I believe that you should make a good first impression and you shouldn't really say things that would make me question your character, because you saying you're nonchalant until you like someone, I don't know what you really expected me to do. I'm not going to sit and wait for you to become energetic and chalant. I'm really not going to do that, Andre. So if anything, your choice of words, how you described yourself, really did bring things to an end very quickly. And you are very articulate in the way how you present yourself, and there's good qualities about you, but in terms of what I'm looking for, it's not you, unfortunately.
Can I
Yeah, that's
just
fine.
sum this up as well? I do think that Kat wanted to feel like she is the one, right? When a woman starts hearing that there's other women, there's other options available, automatically they will shut down. And let's not act as if like men don't feel like that as well. If a man feels like there is other options, they're out of there. They're not going to waste time. So when you're dating someone, you need to understand that they might feel like it's just you and them, just the both of you. As soon as one person feels like, oh, this person says, well, I'm dating, but it's nothing serious, you're basically saying that you're just testing this out. Like, obviously dating is testing out, but if you're trying to test out with so many different people, one person is not going to feel great about it. So you kind of have to start picking who you're taking seriously. Like, if you match with Kat, maybe you should have thought, you know what, I need to make sure that she knows that she is the one. And we're not questioning you not being intentional or anything like that. It's just a matter of fact of like, she was ready. I feel like Kat was ready. She wanted a serious situation here, and you was more like, well, it's nothing serious here. We're just getting to know each other. But I want people to start having in their minds when they come on the show, have the mindset of this person wants. If you match with somebody, this person wants to try with you. That's the mindset I'm trying to have people come on the show.
100%.
But I do wish Kat, maybe you heard him out, maybe because you
Just
blocked
a
him
little
very
bit.
fast. That was quick. He was like, she does not waste no time. She said, this red flag, I'm out. Sometimes
Respectfully.
things come out. Yeah, sometimes things come out, how they're not meant to come out. And I think maybe you should have spoke to him just a little bit, just to hear him out. You never know what could have happened. But I mean, I'm happy that you're both still good with each other. And I did hear about group chats from your episode. So
Need to cut that out. The
I
group
don't know
chat
what's going on
situation.
there.
Oof,
But
too much.
yeah, guys, you don't need to not get yourselves involved in too much mess from these group chats.
Yeah.
Facts.
Listen, I can't say any more to that. The group chats are messy. It's too much. And it was only 48 hours. I can't believe all of this unraveled within 48 hours of the both of you meeting. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Listen, it's just really sad that it didn't work out for the both of you. However, I do wish you both the very best in your journey in finding love. However, before we do go, I want to hear from the both of you. Is there anything exciting that you are both working on that we should keep an eye out for? Andre, do you want to go ahead first?
Oh, the connection's dropped. Sorry.
Not working on anything right now. I'm tapping into my creative side again, so I'm trying to do the music thing. So if people like R&B, reggae, just keep an eye out for in the future,
Okay, so I actually do have a question for Andre, since you were saying it many times to Kat, right? If there was an opportunity for you to come back on the show, would you come back on the show? Your own question.
I actually wouldn't, I actually wouldn't, nah.
How comes?
I've done it, so I didn't find anyone. I didn't find a connection, unfortunately.
Oh, Andre, that's
crazy. It wasn't a plan. Yeah, it's not.
That's one of the
plan
issues you and Kat had. You saying that you would come back on the show if it didn't work out. Why would you not come back on now?
I feel like after the experience, I don't know, like it's just been a bit messy. So I'm just like, nah.
Thing is, it's a different experience now. Now that you've came on the show and you asked that question, you've experienced everything that went on. I think now it's like, oh, actually going on there is not what I thought it will be like. Even the position that we're in right now, it's like this catch up it's almost like you guys. I feel like you both of you didn't speak. I feel like this is the first time you've spoken since you've been blocked, right, Andre?
Yeah,
this is the first time.
Said she blocked it straight away.
Wow,
she blocked it straight away. No communication, nothing.
No communication. So the whole experience is just, I guess, it's overwhelming for both of you right now.
Yeah.
I did hear. Obviously, I was told that, and even Kat said on the show. I mean, while we was out on the drink, she said she's very sensitive, and I've come to realize that now. So maybe I should have maneuvered things differently with her. The whole nonchalant thing, maybe that was the wrong choice of words. Maybe I should have said more reserved, because I'm quite a reserved person initially when it comes to dating someone. So yeah, maybe nonchalant wasn't the right word. But I actually can't remember me saying that. But yeah, I understand where she's coming from.
Andre, did you like Kat? Was you feeling her?
Yeah, I said yeah. Like I resonated with her, how she came across on the show. Physically, I think she's beautiful, definitely a beautiful woman. She's not my usual type, but yeah, I resonate with how she came across on the show for sure.
Okay, well, I mean, at least you didn't lie. You told the truth, and that's good to see. You know, Kat, do you have any projects that's coming up that should be looking out for?
Yeah, so I really want to show people how easy it is to solo travel. So I am starting up daily vlogs on my TikTok. So I will be spending a month in Bali next month. So if people want to see what I'm doing, please follow me at Bittersweet Pisces on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay.
Sounds
good.
amazing. Well, listen.
Thank you
Again, best of luck to the both of you.
Best of luck to you both, and thank you both of you for being so mature as well. You know, this is
Yes.
a very mature conversation, and it just didn't work out.
No,
But,
it didn't.
I hope one day you're both able to speak. You know, hopefully you can unblock him as well, Kat.
Right?
You know.
Even on
I'll
one
think about
platform.
it.
Not on every platform is said blocked everywhere.
Everything.
Wow. Everything locked off.
Oh,
Okay.
dear. Okay, guys. Well, listen to you at home. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. Do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you all later. Bye.
Bye.